Hello and welcome back to the Treat Trooper. Today we'll be making that infamous roasted tomato and feta pasta with a twist. Instead of feta, we'll be using Boursin cheese. Our trooper likes this cheese because it has herbs and other flavors that really jazz it up.
Indeed.
This recipe is as easy as it gets. All the magic happens in the oven. You will need a large baking dish, 8 by 12 or so. Before you start, be sure to turn your oven on to 400 degrees. We also have our pot of water here for later. Right, now our tiny trooper has the list of ingredients here. Okay, first we'll grab our tomatoes. Here we have 2 10-ounce containers of cherry tomatoes. Our trooper is using some heirloom rainbow tomatoes to create a better depth of flavour, but regular cherry tomatoes work perfectly as well. Next, our trooper will pour 1/3 cup extra virgin olive oil over your tomatoes. This is going to be for an entire box of pasta, so don't be shy. Then we'll set that aside. Right, then next we're going to add 4 to 5 cloves of roughly chopped garlic. Now we'll grab our salt and give a generous sprinkle of this and red chili flakes over your tomatoes and your garlic. Now it's time to give it a mix. You just want to ensure that everything has a nice glossy coating of olive oil and spices. Once that's nice and mixed up, make a space in the center of the dish for the star of the show, the cheese. For this recipe, we'll be using the Garlic and Fine Herb Boursin. Now we'll just scoot our tomatoes and garlic to the side, and once you've parted your tomato seeds, it's time for the cheese to find its new home. Well, this reminds me of the first time our trooper landed a TIE fighter.
Stay on target, stay on target.
Right, then we'll grab our extra virgin olive oil again and pour generously over the cheese, making a little puddle. This is where our herbs and spices will go. Now we'll take dried parsley and sprinkle generously over the cheese in our little pool of olive oil. Alrighty, time to get spicy. We're going to sprinkle a generous amount of red chili flakes over the top of our cheese. This is going to be Mustafar level spicy.
Indeed.
Now just make sure all your tomatoes and garlic are evenly spread out so everything gets a nice even roast. Right, now your oven should be preheated by the time you finish the prep, and we're going to roast this in our oven for 40 minutes at 400 degrees. All right. While we wait for that to roast, our trooper is off to a quick game of billiards. A pool win and forced choke punishment later, our trooper has returned to cook the pasta. Our roast has about 15 minutes left, which is the perfect amount of time you'll need to boil your water and cook your pasta. We'll be using a lovely bowtie pasta today, but shells are also an excellent choice. Now we're just going to drain our pasta here. And there we go. Oh, what's that we see? Ho-ho! It smells absolutely delectable. Right, now we're going to set our pasta aside just for a moment. Take a spoon or spatula and begin smushing down your cheese and your roasted tomatoes. You can also use a hand mixer to blend everything together if you prefer a more homogeneous texture. Stormtroopers are homogeneous enough, so our trooper prefers to keep it unblended. Now we'll get our pasta and pour it right on in. We'll just mix gently here. Let's grab a spoon for a help, shall we? Oh yes, you can see that creamy, cheesy tomato goodness slathering our pasta. Right, Looking lovely. Once your pasta is nice and mixed, we're going to top it off with a bit of basil. Our trooper is using lightly dry basil, which is in between fresh and dried. Right, now we'll give that one final mix. Look at all those colours. All right, now we're ready to serve. Let's load up our bowl. Oh dear, that's not nearly enough. Let's really load that up. Ah yes, that's more like it. Now time to dig in and have a taste. Let's load up our fork. Oh yes, absolutely divine. Oh my, that is delectable. All right. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Treat Trooper. We hope you enjoyed cooking with us today. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below and subscribe for more recipes. And until next time, a trooper toodaloo to you!